Here's a short love story for you. A song for you. It was the first day of autumn when Emma met Lucas. She was walking through the park, wrapped in her favorite wool scarf, her thoughts adrift like the falling leaves around her. She found solace in the quiet of the world before the city began to bustle with the rush of the season. Lucas was there too, but for a different reason. He was playing guitar on a bench near the lake, trying to work out a song he'd been writing for weeks. He was a musician, someone who loved to lose himself in the rhythms of life. But on this day, the music was nothing more than a soft hum, a gentle melody that no one was listening to, except Emma. She was drawn to the sound, the way it seemed to weave in and out of the cool autumn air. Without realizing it, she took a few steps closer until she was standing a few feet away from him. She didn't want to disturb him, but she couldn't help herself. She sat on a nearby bench and listened. Lucas, noticing her from the corner of his eye, paused in his strumming. "I didn't think anyone was around," he said, his voice warm and a little shy. "I'm not great at playing in public." "I think it's beautiful," Emma replied, smiling softly. She had a way of speaking that made everything sound like a compliment, and Lucas felt something in his chest tighten. They shared a small laugh before the silence settled again. Emma leaned back on the bench, her gaze wandering to the rippling water in front of them. For a moment, neither of them spoke, but somehow the quiet felt comfortable. Finally, Lucas broke it. "Do you like music?" he asked. "I do," Emma answered, her eyes catching the way the light danced off the lake. "I don't play or anything, but I listen. I always find something magical in a song, like it can tell a story you never knew you needed." Lucas smiled, sensing something in her words that felt familiar. "That's exactly what I'm trying to do," he said. "Tell a story through the music." Emma turned to face him, her curiosity piqued. "What's your song about?" He paused, his fingers tapping lightly on the strings. I I guess it's about someone I've been thinking about, someone I haven't met yet, but I feel like I will someday." Emma felt a flutter in her chest. "That's beautiful," she said, her voice soft, almost wistful. "I think sometimes the best songs are the ones that tell you things before you even know them." Lucas nodded, his eyes lingering on her a little longer than he intended. "Maybe one day I'll write a song about this moment." She smiled, her heart skipping a beat. "Maybe one day." They spent the next few hours talking, laughing, and sharing stories about their lives. Emma's love for painting, Lucas's dreams of touring with his band. By the time the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the lake, neither of them wanted to say goodbye. As they stood to leave, Lucas hesitated. Would you like to hear the rest of the song? I could play it for you sometime." "I'd like that," Emma said, her voice barely above a whisper. They exchanged numbers, both knowing that something had shifted between them, something unspoken but undeniable. Over the next few months, they saw each other more often, at the park, at local coffee shops, and sometimes at small music venues where Lucas performed. With every conversation, every laugh, and every song he played, they grew closer, and with every moment spent together, they both realized that what they had was more than just coincidence. It was something they'd been waiting for, even if they hadn't known it. One evening, under the starry sky, as the world around them hummed with the quiet symphony of crickets and distant traffic, Lucas pulled out his guitar and played the song he'd promised her all those months ago. "This is for you," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "A song for you, Emma." And as the first notes filled the night air, Emma felt her heart soar. She didn't need words to know what the song meant. It was a promise that no matter what happened, they'd always have this moment, this love that had begun with a song. How did you like it? Would you want to hear more of their story?